Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with the hockey coach Guru Code Frenchy. Today, episode number 50. We're going to talk about the champion Colorado Avalanche, how they build the team from the bottom to the top, and the Montreal Canadiens, if they're going to buy out some players. So don't go nowhere. Here we go, episode number 50 today. The Habs Buyout 2022. Avalanche champions, the NHL playoff update, the Memorial Cup update, and finally at the end, the NHL news, the Hall of Famer of the class 2022. Here we go. Let's talk about the Montreal Canadiens Buyout 2022. First of all, the rules in NHL. You have to remember, 48 hours after the Stanley Cup winner, the buyout start for any team to buy any player until the UFA, where this year is July 13, 2022. So the rules also for the buyout, guys, it's easy. So you can buy any players younger at 26 years old. You have to pay him 2 tiers of his contract. If he is older at 26 years old, you have to pay him 1 tier of his contract. I don't want to go too much on details about the rules, but just give you an idea how this works. Secondly, for Montreal, I believe they have only 2 players they can looking about this is Paul Biron, 1 more year to go with his contract at $3.4 million, and he is over 30 years old. Same scenario or situation with Joel Armia, older at 26 years old, approximately the same kind of salary cap, so they could buy out him. When you're reviewing each player with a contract for the Montreal Canadiens, I don't see any players where the Montreal could buy out at that moment for the offseason. Plus, the salary cap is a little bit limited. I don't see why the Montreal could take advantage of this situation, buy out. NHL playoff update. Yes, the Colorado Avalanche, 21 years, the last time they won the Stanley Cup, win yesterday the Cup by a win over the Tampa Bay Lightning by the score of 2-1. Colorado win that series in 6 games. They are the champion of 2022 Stanley Cup final. And Artturi Lehkonen, ex-Montreal Canadien, scored a goal-winning goal of this game. And congratulations for Lehkonen. It was his 8th of the playoff. And that moment, the team Colorado are going to be back, flying back home and celebrate with their fans for sure for the next couple of days. Now, I want to show to you guys this, how the Colorado Avalanche built that team in the last couple of years. From the bottom to the top. What are you talking about from the bottom? Listen, in 2016-17, it was the last position in the standing in NHL with only 48 points and 82 games. Guys, this is about like 6 years ago. When the general manager, Joe Sakic, took in charge about that team, a lot of things changed after that. Of course, after he split or Patrick Roy leave the team, they hired Jared Bednar. And by the way, Bednar guy became the first head coach in NHL to winning the East Coast Hockey League, the Kelly Cup, the American Hockey League with the Calder Cup, and now the NHL Stanley Cup. Pretty neat what Jared did as a head coach. Here's how they did this year, guys. The roster of 25 players. 6 of them was drafted by the Colorado Avalanche. 12 players was traded during that time under Joe Sakic to build that team over there. They signed 6 players as a UFA, and they got 1 player on the waiver list. It was Ubi Kubel a couple of months ago. But they used 35 players this year, plus 4 goalies in the season 2021-2022. Only 5 players from the Colorado Avalanche played the season when they finished last. I'm talking about Comfort, talking about Eric Johnson, Les Takag, McKinnon, and finally Ratanen. This year at the trade deadline, they trade 4 times to add players in their lineup. Let's talking also about Joe Sakic, what he did during those 12 trade to get that team better on the trade they execute again. 2011, March 19, they got Eric Johnson from the St. Louis Blues. With Johnson, they got McLeman in the first round pick 2011. And return they send Stuart Shattenkirk and the second round 2011. June 25th, 2015, they trade with the Buffalo Sabres. They got J.D. Comfer with Zadorov, Grigorenko, and the second round 2016 pick. In return, they send a great player, Rand O'Reilly and Jimmy McCann. Just give you an idea, that trade. I don't think this trade was advantage Colorado a long term, but still, Comfort played a great role inside that team this year. November 5th, 2017, major trade between the Nashville, Ottawa, and this Colorado win that trade. They got first of all, they got Samuel Girard, the first round pick 2019, the second round pick 2018, and also 4 players with Girard, Kyle Zuris, and also Matt Duchene. So Zuris came for the Ottawa, went to the Nashville, and Colorado sent Matt Duchene to Nashville. They sent back to Ottawa and returned for Kyle Zuris. So major trade. I think Samuel Girard is really the key of this trade. Not over yet. June 28, 2019, Andrei Burakovsky from the Washington Capitals. They trade and they got him, and return this Washington got Kosmachuk, a second round pick 2020, and a third round pick 2021. July 1st, 2019, another big major trade now. Nazem Kadri from Toronto. And they got also Rosen in the third round 2019. In return, Toronto got Tyson Barrie, gone. Kerfoot still there, 6th round 2020. Nothing happened with this player. 10, 12, 20. They trade with the New York Islanders for Devon Tays, ladies and gentlemen, and they gave only the second round pick 2021 and 2022. Still not sure what the Islanders got, but so far, what an advantage for the Colorado Avalanche. July 22nd, 2021, last summer, they traded with the Seattle Kraken to get a McDermott for the 4th round pick in 2023. It's not over because the July 28, 2021, after Gruber leave the team to sign as a UFA with the Seattle Kraken, they trade for the goaltender Darcy Kuemper from Arizona Coyotes. In return, they have to give Connor Timmins the first round pick 2022, third round pick now 2024. This pick was possible if the Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup. Kuemper play 50% of the game if that's happening. So that pick now go to the Arizona Coyotes. Now what Kuemper is a UFA, by the way. March 14, 2022. This start now the trade deadline, guys. They trade with Anaheim for Josh Manson. In return, they send Ellison and the second round pick 2023. The day after that, they trade with the Minnesota Wild. They got Sturm, and they send in return Tyler Just. Then a couple of days later, March 21st, 2022, they trade with the San Jose Sharks to get Andrew Cogliano, a 5th round 2024. Then the same day, they trade with the Montreal Canadiens for Arturi Lekonen, and return Montreal got the defenseman Justin Barron at the 2nd round pick 2024. And that's complete, guys. All the trade they did to get that team better from Joe Sakic. Unbelievable journey what Joe Sakic did for the Colorado Avalanche. Now, what's next? Here we go. The space cap for the Colorado Avalanche is $25 million. But they have to sign, guys, 9 players. They all already have only 14 players signed. So they have to figure out to spend $25 million, almost 26, for the next 9 players. On that moment, they have 2 RFA, Lekonen and Obi Kubel, and finally they have 10 UFA, and this includes Burakovsky, Kadri, Nichushkin, Kuemper, and Manson. Then after that, you got Cogliano, Sturm, you have also Hemp, you have Murray, and Jack Johnson. A lot of work to do for Joe Sakic. They're going to celebrate for a couple of days. They have to be ready for the draft, and then they have to be ready for the UFA. But that's happening when you win a Stanley Cup, guys. at some point, you cannot keep everybody. We'll be interesting what it looked like the off-season. Congratulations for the winner of the Stanley Cup 2022, the Colorado Avalanche, are the new champions in NHL. Congratulations for Joe Sakic for his job accomplished for the head coach, Jared Bednar, and all the players for the Colorado Avalanche. And we have to mention also the Tampa Bay Lightning for the third time joined the final Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, did not win after they won the last 2 years, 2020 and 2021. But what a series, what a game number 6, guys. Was really excited to see that. Here we go. Now you have to move on to the next Memorial Cup 2022 update. Monday, today, June 27, semi-final between the Shawinigan versus the Hamilton. The winner of this game is going to play on the final Memorial Cup at the St. John Sea Dog. And we know the Edmonton Oil King got eliminated. Finally, the last news of the day I want to share it with you. The NHL news is the Hall of Fame Class 2022 is going to be announced today, Monday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time on the NHL Network, who are the new Hall of Famer. And the players for the first year eligible are Roberto Luongo, the goaltender, Henrik Zetterberg, and also the brother Sedin. Will be interesting if one of them is going to join the Hall of Famer. And many others are still eligible. We're going to follow up, give you all the update. Wow, what an episode about the Habs Daily News, episode number 50. Before we leave, of course, please click on the like, subscribe to the show, sharing this video, and finally, please leave me a comment below this video. I love to hear from each one of you. And finally, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing Monday, everybody.